Okay, I apparently forgot to save the script. A common mistake. So yeah, even pros fall for it. As you can see, the I didn't do any changes to the code. I simply saved the script and then it worked. So just make sure that your scripts are and scenes are always basically being saved. All right, so this works. The score system works. Now let's go back here and change it to look like this. So what I'm gonna need to do is that I'm gonna do this score and then plus current score plus this plus let's put the total score, right? Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Total score, and this should be it, right? So x out of x, yeah. Current score out of total score. Let's do that. Hmm. Did that mistake again. I didn't save. Okay, make sure that you always save your work. Let's run this again. There you go. 0 out of 8, 1 out of 8, 2, 3, 4. This looks a bit ugly. I want a bit of spacing between them. So I'll do that right now. Get this working. Right, 7 and 8. Good. Let's add a space right here. Okay, let's save. And now next up, what I want to do is that I need to check, all right, I need to check if I have reached, if the current score equals or more than the total score, then show me that the game has been won. Now, this is correlated to the score manager, but ideally, you should have a game manager, all right, where it actually takes care of all the logic related to the game, whether you win, you lose, etc. So let's, because for example, let's say in the future we add an enemy, all right, and it kills the player, all right, and the player loses. That has nothing to do with the score, right? So I should have something that tracks the different logical states within the game and displays the text related to it um, and displays the text related to it depending on the logic. All right. So for now, I'm going to create an object. I'll call this game manager. Game manager. Let's create a new script. Call it game manager as well. If you see, this is a common practice. Creating game managers is a common practice. That's why it's actually represented with a cog, because in any game that you play there is always a game manager, okay, that's handling these states. So the game manager is going to take care of winning and losing the game, okay. So for now, public void game 1, all right, is more than sufficient because there is no way for us to lose the game other than maybe later on when we're able to jump off of these walls, then you can actually lose the game. Okay, but for now we can only win the game, so let's just use that. I don't think I need the start method, so I'm not gonna keep it. Over here, it's gonna contain the text for winning the game. So I'm gonna create a new UI text mesh pro, and I'll call this win text. Yeah, win text. And then game 1. Okay, let's make this show up at the middle of the screen. Auto size, and then let's make it huge. Let's center it. Okay, make sure that this is anchored into the middle by clicking on the anchor preset and then shift alt. Yeah, you can click wherever you'd like. I'd like it to be here in the middle. If you notice, it's taking the style of this, which the style meaning the outline. Okay, if you don't want to keep this, you can simply duplicate the font itself. Go to, for example, this is 1. So let's go to game 1. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. One text. I'll put this one as the font, and then whatever changes that I make are not going to be reflected across different ones. I'll make this actually in black to give it a bit more contrast. against the light green ground right here. And let's make it bold, italic. Yeah, bold is fine. Okay, so here we go. We've got the game one text. I want it to be disabled by default, and I want the game manager to have a reference of it. So using tmp, okay, and then I'm gonna create the variable again, public tmp text. All right, and then win text, and then win text right here is gonna be win text dot game object. Nope, that was actually good. Game object dot set active true. Right, I need this to be set to true. Okay, this is good. Also, I need to tell the score manager that when you reach a score of 8, okay, when you reach the total score, it doesn't matter if it's 8 or not. When you reach the total score, I need you to call the game manager and tell it that the game has been won. Okay, so that can be done by getting a reference from the game manager. This time, I can do it by public game manager. Yeah, I can actually reference this one because it's not a prefab, okay? Unlike the collectibles. So let me just attach this. And then the score manager is going to have the game manager attached into it. And then when we go back here, I can simply say game manager. No, it's this one dot when was it? What did we call it? Game one. Okay. Game one. There you go. So good here. And this should basically allow me to display this. But I haven't added the if statement yet, so let's add it. And that basically checks if the current score is, that's intelligent. Okay, so if current score is bigger than or equals to total score, then please set the game for game one. We can also freeze the game. What happened here? Yeah, we can also freeze the game when the game is won. Okay, but we'll do that later if time permits. Let's play. Let me just make sure that, yeah, save this. All right, cool. One, two, three. Yeah, I'm not getting good at this apparently, but let's finish the game. There you go. That's it. This is the entirety of the rollable, I believe, tutorial. Except the jump, yeah. I just remembered that there is a jump also feature that you need to develop. But this gets us 90% done with the rollable tutorial. So well done if you've actually followed this far. We only have a very small stretch left to do the jump feature. But then after that, we're gonna expand to make to add as many features that you guys suggest as possible. I'm gonna take suggestions of what features you want me to implement, but mainly I'm gonna focus on next making a main menu, a save system to save the score, for example. I can add a merchant system, um, level selection screen, character creation or character selection. We can make the ball as we can make the player choose what color of balls they want to choose to play the game with. So yeah, we've got a lot to actually play with. So but so far so good. We've made the um core game loop, and from here we're just gonna continue to expand out. So thanks for watching, and let's get to the jump feature next up.